Social networking applications are kind of a software type that's really gaining in popularity. Just talked about Slide briefly when it came to widgets and applications that can be used on other sites. And they also have Facebook apps, so that's a big part of their applications as well. Facebook has a specific platform for developing little software apps and kind of widgets that run within the Facebook world. And other social networking sites have it as well. After Facebook announced they were going to have their own little app platform, MySpace has since developed one for their site, and some other sites are developing them as well. So one of the things you can do is you can come to facebook.com/apps, APPS, and you can just look around and see some of these popular applications that are being used and developed for social networks. If you come up here and you click Most Active Users, this little tab here, this is ranking the top apps on Facebook from top to bottom of the most users, the most activity here. So you can see this Funwall one made by that company Slide that I had briefly talked about when I talked about widgets. They have 2.4 million daily active users that are using this little application. It's incredible. Just like it says, over 5 billion videos and more exchanged on this little Funwall app. If you've used Facebook at all, you've probably seen this top friends type thing where people can have a little area where they say top friends, where they have like a little top 20 friends or however many top friends they want to put in there that's separate from their main friends list. It's kind of like the old top 8, or I guess it's expanded now to more than that on MySpace, but where you can kind of create a little section for your best friends out of all the friends that you have or all the connections that you have. But you've probably seen that if you've used Facebook at all. Again, it was developed by that company Slide. And then there's just a bunch of other ones, these little games and all these little weird things that you see on Facebook. Some of them can become really annoying. It's a lot of noise, when you're getting a lot of these application requests to install them and everything else. And some of them are pretty stupid, I think, but some of them are kind of, some of them that are corny, get a lot of people using them and they get passed around. And, some of them stick, some of them don't. Some of them you'll like personally, some of them you won't. I guess we all have our own preferences. But you can come here to this facebook.com/apps, their apps directory, and get a good idea of what's popular and what's getting a lot of activity on their platform. And when it comes to these social networking applications, Facebook's pretty much the king for social networking applications. I imagine, MySpace will try to catch up here pretty soon, as they're kind of trying to play catch up when it comes to creating applications that run on the social network. And then eventually, I imagine there'll be some kind of common, API or common set of features and functions that a developer could use to create one application that'll run across all the different social networks, or at least I think that's what developers are hoping for. But anything you find in here that, interests you, or you think you could modify or do something similar for, specifically that is for your market or your industry, you can find freelancers just like you do on any of the sites we'll end up talking about one of the later lessons on this CD. And many of those programmers know how to make these types of Facebook apps as well, or for any of the other social networks. So it's, even though it's kind of a different platform and it's kind of a different type of programming, pretty much most programmers can do anything, and so it's all very similar stuff. So just come in here and look around. You can come in here and look and see how things are classified. So here's a bunch of different business applications, or at least business related or make money related probably. And you can just kind of come in here and get some ideas, and you can see how many active users they have. That's a pretty good indication of if they're sticking or not, so to speak, if they're popular. Of course, somebody could just added it today and it may have 300, and that's actually really, really good. But I know some marketers that are dabbling in this area, that are creating some Facebook applications to try to get more exposure to a specific market. And it's definitely something for you to look into for your business and for your market and your industry, because as more and more people start using these social networks on a regular basis and making them a part of their lives and a part of their daily communication, these applications can become very, very valuable and very, very important. So come to this Facebook applications directory. It's the best place to start to get a good look at some social networking applications. And hopefully you can find some good opportunities, some good ideas, doing the research to see which ones are popular, and then finding a way to kind of differentiate and improve on or make it different, or make it apply to your own business, and then try to have it made and get it out there. Obviously you want to kind of build up Facebook distribution of friends first to get some people to kind of install it and give it a try first, just to get the word out there, and hopefully it'll grow virally, and then it'll take off, and hopefully you can get a lot of new customers from it that end up finding out about you through that little application. So check that out.